History of Rock was always meant to be not just an educational video, but an experience. There were various things I wasn't happy with, shots that were never really finished, or songs that couldn't be used for one reason or another, mostly because of YouTube's broken copyright system.
The special editions are his way of making the best video possible. At least that's what he told me.
You know, I've gone through and cleaned up the videos considerably. We put the TV filter, you know, on some of the videos to give it that authentic quality, like you're actually watching it on TV, you know, back in the day, even if you're watching it on your phone while sitting on the toilet. We've also enhanced the sound. You know, it's the history of rock and roll, but there's so many shots of just us talking, you know. We wanted to liven it up a bit, add some heavy music in the background. In the park scene, you see me hit the other guy in the face. I always felt it made me look real cold-blooded, like a very violent person. So we now have it that the other guy shoots first, and then I'm forced to shoot him in the face, so I'm not such a bad guy.
It's so dense. Every image has so many things going on.
I also never really liked the scene with the three-headed Jennifer Beal monster just eating goldfish. You know, we never knew what it was she was thinking, so we added some new dialogue. The shots of David Lee Roth jumping up and down, you know, in the jump video, you know, that worked fine back in 1980, whenever it was. But, you know, this is a new generation. There's, you know, younger generations that are seeing this for the first time on the big on their phones. So we've replaced him with Jar Jar. Jar Jar is the key to all this, because he's a funnier character than we've ever had before in the history of rock. Hopefully it'll work.
It's so dense. Every image has so many things going on.
You know, I'm looking forward to working on the 90s video where we'll be able to add in some space horses. You know, if we can get the space horses working, because... Okay, all joking aside, I don't plan on making a habit of updating all of my History of Rock videos. It's really because I was forced to. As I'm sure a lot of you are aware, these videos are really meant to be used for educational purposes, which means they are protected under fair use. But because some companies don't like fair use and find ways to exploit YouTube's biased copyright system, I had a couple of instances where I was forced to remove sections of the 50s and 80s videos. What I didn't know was that because of some glitch in YouTube, it actually chopped off the endings of both the 50s and the 80s videos, including the credits. When I discovered this, I had to redo the 50s video, go through all the copyright claims again, and publish the special editions. And I'll tell you, for this 80s video, I got 50 copyright claims. No joke. Fortunately, they were dismissed when I explained that this was educational content. I did have to do an appeals process for the Scorpions' No One Like You, but eventually it was settled. And I am happy to say that the 80s special edition is out now. I try not to make too many changes in these videos, but, you know, we figured since we're re-uploading them anyway, and we have to replace songs that had to be forced out of the video, maybe we'll replace them with fan requests. I couldn't really do this as much with the 50s video because that was edited on an old computer of mine, and getting into the software was a little difficult. But fortunately, I had complete access to my session for the 80s video, so I was able to go in and make a lot more substantial changes. The most notable inclusion is The Cure, which was a huge oversight on my part. As for the other inclusions, well, you're just gonna have to see for yourself. One thing of note, I uploaded the 80s special edition before Eddie Van Halen's passing, and after the news broke, I really wanted to go back and expand the discussion on 1984 somehow. Maybe have Nick or Emily give props to Hot for Teacher before the jump joke. But at that point, I'd already done so much work with the copyright shenanigans that I just couldn't go through it again. Fortunately, we really do give them their due in the 70s video. Just keep all that in mind.
It's so dense. Every image has so many things going
Nick,
on.
we're done with the Red Letter Media joke now, okay?
Oh.
If you do want to see the original version of this episode, I'll have a link to it in the description, or you can go to my Patreon page. I do not plan on doing this for any other episodes. If we have enough material, maybe we'll do an extras video for the 60s or the 90s, but that's also pandemic depending. Which is also something I wanted to talk about, because I know a lot of people keep asking, is History of Rock 2000s coming out? Is that going to happen? And look, here's the thing. We're still in the middle of the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic, and I live in the middle of New York City, which has been really the epicenter of a lot of cases. And most of the, Nick and Emily and Ashley, we basically all live in different states right now. There's travel restrictions. So there's really not much of a way that we can do it right now. I know we have been able to do things remotely through other videos, but I just feel like it'd be too radical a difference with the History of Rock episodes. And honestly, I'm getting pretty tired of the copyright nonsense. The 2000s is going to be even worse. Maybe if I can get enough people who want to watch like an exclusive Patreon video, we can work this out once things open up again. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to, do a ridiculously stupid video about our special editions, and hope you guys enjoyed that. Please stay safe, and I'll see you all soon. All the kids watching it on the big on their phones. This is so stupid.